Pop, is everybody available tonight? Are you going with the
Yes.
same starters as Wednesday?
Uh, yes.
Coach, with Keldon, um,
I can hear you.
okay, with Keldon, where is he taking his step up going into this season?
Uh, it's all about defense. He's uh, seemingly, uh, and he told me, and I've watched him, and in action, he is taken defense more seriously than he ever has. Uh, and he understands that nothing's going to happen success-wise unless uh, we concentrate on the defense. And his individual defense and awareness on the court, team-wise, has significantly improved. So it's been a focus for him day to day. That's the biggest change in him.
What do you guys like about having Tre in that second kind of leading that second group?
Well, yeah, I don't know, if this is going to stay the way it is. It's what we've been doing for the three preseason games or whatever. But it doesn't matter where you play Tre. You like playing Tre. He's just got the competitive nature that every coach would love, and uh, kind of like the way Avery Johnson was. Everything he has, he gives, and his teammates know it and respect him for it. He energizes everybody, so it doesn't matter where he plays or when.
Hey, Coach, Steve said that he saw that you've kind of been rejuvenated after this summer. Obviously, the big draft pick with Wemby, but what's it been like for you to coach this team?
Well, let me just say, what was I being rejuvenated from? Was I
You gotta
in a
actually,
mental institution, or was I depressed and curled up in my bedroom or something?
oh, Steve said it, and he knows you better than I do.
Steve's an asshole.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him that tonight after the game.
Knowing that you have an appreciation for guys who do the subtle things, Andre Iguodala announced his retirement today. We're just wondering, how would you describe him as a player?
Uh, he he's one of those, like in baseball, a utility infielder. I don't know if they still use that term nowadays, but he can do a little bit of everything, and he's willing to do anything that the coach or the team needs to win that particular game. And he sets a tone. Uh, he's respected by everybody. He speaks uh, when it's important. If he does speak, everybody respects what he says. And those kind of guys are often rare. They don't need to beat their chests. They don't need to talk all that much, but it's there. It's real. It's genuine. And he's one of those kind of players. Just an ultimate winner. And Steve depended on him a lot.
Steve said he called you this summer, but when they were thinking about signing Corey Joseph, and gave a very good recommendation.
Yeah.
What is it about Corey Joseph that you like so much?
I think he's Tre Jones's twin. Everything I said about Tre applies to Corey. He's a winner. He competes at the highest level. He does whatever it takes. Plays great defense, runs the floor, hits the open man. He does nothing that would endanger a team's chances of doing well. I mean, he's human. He's going to turn it over here and there, or he's going to miss a shot. But he's the kind of guy that coaches want to have on their team.
Beyond Tre, what do you like about that second year?
I don't know yet. I haven't watched him play that much. I'm not sure who's in the second unit really.
Any concerns about all the excitement, attention, and spotlight and Victor? Is this bigger than
Yeah.
David and bigger than Tim?
It is, basically because of social media and the world that we live in. You can figure that out, logically. They they weren't sliced and diced as much. You know, when they came in, everybody knew who they were, but this guy has had that hype for so long, kind of like LeBron did, you know, coming out. I compare him more to LeBron than those two guys in that respect. But, and sure, I did. I worried about it, and, you know, one of my major concerns was to figure out how to protect him, or, you know, I'm going to give him speeches about this, and this is this, and you got to look out for this, and all that. I found out very early when I'm talking to him that he's kind of looking at me like, why is this guy telling me all this stuff? You know, like, he already knows it. He's been through it. He's got character. He's got a sense of humor. He's intelligent. He knows how to handle it. So I'm not worried about it anymore.
Coach, another Victor question.
Sure.
With his size and length and the way that he moves, kind of changes the geometry of the court. A lot of passes can be a little higher, entry passes can be a little wider.
Could you tell my team that in the locker room, that
That's
the loud
exactly
passes
what I
have
was
to be a
gonna
little bit
ask you.
higher?
I was going to ask you if your players have started to get accustomed to that.
They are. But at the beginning, they were throwing them like this instead of like that. You know, so yeah, he's different. He changes the dynamics on the court, and you know, the spacing at both ends of the court. So you have to have a group that gets used to him. Really, we had to get used to Timmy, and this is even more different than that.
What do you think of the Chris Paul Warriors fit? And just, you know,
I don't care. That's Steve's problem. I just figure out my own stuff as best I can. I don't think about what other people have to do with their teams. Honestly, I mean, it's true.
as a, maybe we shouldn't even ask this, but as like a
True.
basketball, as a basketball fan.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I think basketball's pretty boring. I think tonight there's going to be some pick and roll. And I think Steve's going to tell his team to get back in defensive transition. And now that I think about it, I'll probably tell my team the same thing. And if you block out, you might rebound better. You know, hit the open man. How hard is that?
How much do you think some of those open runs that those guys got in helped them learn a little bit more about Wemby and how important were those
Open runs? I don't know what that means.
gyms, the guys getting
Oh,
together
oh,
before the season,
Yeah.
before the
oh. Yeah, every minute that they could do that helped, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Did you enjoy that opening tap with Stephen out there?
I thought that was pretty funny. It was great. Steve's got a great sense of humor. It was a good workout for both teams. You know, as we get ready for the season, like any game, win or lose, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, go back to work.
What aspect of the preseason were you most pleased with?
Defense. I think that we made some good strides because we were pretty poor last year. And this year they seem to believe that defense can help them win basketball games. And that's been the best part of the preseason so far.
In that vein, what are your take on the starting lineup with Sohan at point guard over these first couple preseason games?
It's a work in progress. You know, he was out for a lot of last season. Devin Vassell was out. And you add Victor, it's going to take some time to get them to figure out who each other is more than anything. But we're getting there.
Is there one play from Victor tonight that stands out?
No,
for you?
no.
What are you seeing from Bassett?
He stays in his lane. He knows he's a good rebounder, good pick and roll player, great teammate. He's come a long way. He's pretty much a neophyte basketball-wise, but he's made good strides.
How would you summarize tonight and just the preseason in general?
Yeah, tonight wasn't great. You could tell we didn't have any energy right from the beginning. But you know, overall, camp went well. You know, we're relatively healthy. Draymond is getting there. But you know, for the most part, camp was a success. You know, we got a lot of things done. Guys are really connected. We have a really good deep bench, a lot of guys who can play. Our rookies are impressive. Our younger vets, Moses, JK, have really come along and they're playing well. And so I like the team, but we got a long way to go, a lot of work to do.
You said you didn't have any energy at the start, but it looked like the subs came in the second half and kind of picked it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, those guys have done that throughout camp. They play with great energy, and there's a lot of skill there. It was just, it wasn't the starters' night. It's our 5th preseason game. They knew they were only going to play 20 minutes or so, and they didn't have it tonight, but that's okay. We start for real Tuesday, and we'll be better. And like I said, overall, we're in a decent place.
What have you thought about Moses Moody overall in camp?
Well, he's really shot the ball well, and he shot it well in the playoffs last year, and he's continued to shoot it well in camp. Plays hard every time out there, and I didn't play him at all in the first half, and then second half he comes out and gets 18 points and 8 boards, and he's all over the place. So I'm really proud of Moses and his development, and same with JK. Those guys are really coming along well.
I feel like I could have asked you a question without the mic, but good night, first of all. How are you? Now that camp is done and you guys are thinking ahead to the start of the season, what are some of the things that have kind of impressed you the most from your rookies, that from what you knew that were coming in that you were not expecting to see?
Yeah, both Brandon and Trace have a good feel for the game. They both understand the patterns. They understand defensive decisions and timing and positioning. And Brandon's a great rebounder. Trace is a guy who can finish at the rim, does a good job of protecting the paint. So both very impressive players, and it's just fun to see how advanced they are already at such a young age.
You talked about how you have a ways to go. What are the things you wanted to see that you didn't see during the preseason?
Turnovers. We've really hammered that home, and it hasn't made an impact yet. We're going to continue to talk about it and coach it and insist upon it, and hopefully we'll get better. And I think too much fouling as well. That was a big problem last year. We had our moments in the preseason where we defended without fouling, but not consistently enough. So I'd like to see those things improve. Thanks.